Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
We must pray now. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
Located the priest signal. I will mark it on your HUD.
How did you know? That's what I was thinking. I just didn't want to say it out loud. Alright, where to next? Let me get my can of gas. I'm lost without it. One way to get the door open.
Remains guarded. You can't.
There's always next time, Kristen. Am I in any danger? I'll just chill here. I need to take a sip of my coffee.
Has been terminated. The demonic consumption of Earth has been reduced by 36.8%. There are 2 Hell Priests remaining.
Yeah. Just breaking the sound. Just breaking the sound barrier. It's like that mantis shrimp that creates plasma because it moves so fast. Okay, cool. Thanks for the trivia, guys. Yeah, great. Hey Steve, what's up? How are you doing today? Need my grenade launcher. That's good. Whenever you say ice cap, I'm just thinking about the Arctic. Yeah, there's definitely like a learning curve, but once you get past that point, it starts to become like second nature. I will say the first DLC is quite unforgiving, but like each level is basically trying to teach you a new skill, but yeah, it gets kind of challenging towards the end. Nice. Hopefully you can use something fun after. I'm really excited about Doom the Dark Ages. This game just has some of the most satisfying shooting I played in almost any other first-person shooter, because I keep coming back to it. There's just something about the guns having extra bass. I don't know, they just feel really good and punchy. Nice. I could never dream of having a goal of getting a platinum trophy, unless it was like a Telltale game where they just practically give them to you. Yeah, there's just not really any other game that feels like this. Like, most other games just try to copy the feel of Call of Duty, I think. Plus, the environments are really interesting. Oh, man. Well, hopefully it won't be too stressful. That game looks really cool. Maybe I should try the previous one. I forgot to get your little doodad. I need your weapons. Thank you. Alright. I'm tired of playing this game with this little guy here. It's gonna be one of the few times I'm gonna use rapid fire on this little spider as soon as it shows up again. Alright, you were getting a little out of control there. Had to put you down. Yeah, just I don't really understand like the gameplay and the gameplay loop, and I did buy the game because I really liked how it looked. But before I invest in another one, I would like to have more of an idea of the game. But it's like a series I've always been curious about, even since the PlayStation 2 game days. Somehow I've avoided most of the games throughout the years. I don't know how. Maybe they didn't get them out of a Blockbuster or something. All this for me? You guys shouldn't have. Yeah, I think Monster Hunter, what is it, World? Whatever the PlayStation 4 one was, is the first one I ever played. I get the titles confused, especially when they're releasing like different types of games at the same time, like the ones that they released on Switch and the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One at the same time. Let me just use this platforming pipe. Let me see what you wrote. Yeah, to be honest, even though numbers aren't probably the most compelling title, they could always like have like a subtitle to it or something like that, but I don't know. I kind of prefer numbered titles. It's just so much more simple. But then I guess it gets confusing with spin-offs and stuff. They could be like the Mega Man games on NES and Game Boy, where one's a Roman numeral and the other one's like a regular number. Yeah, it basically looks like what all those pages you read throughout the game, but you actually get to play it, which would be really interesting, because the lore of this game is pretty cool. I remember the days where Doom really didn't have lore. All the lore was like 2 paragraphs at like the end of the game and the box art. Looks like it has quite a bit of environmental destructibility, especially when you're in that giant mech. I'm just curious how it's going to play now that glory kills aren't like an emphasis of the game. Yeah, like with that bunny on a pike at the end. I think it was Doom 2. Yeah. I remember I used to rent games and I'd have to look at the box art to try to figure out what the sprites were supposed to be. Like, oh, that's the world I'm participating in. I like how they fight each other. They've been doing that since the original game. I think they got the look of the monsters better in this game than Doom 2016. I don't like the redesigns as much in that one. Although I will say the neon colors sometimes on the monsters in this game looks kind of weird. Yeah, this is what I imagined Doom 2 to actually be like. But I know back in the day there was limitations, so I was expecting to go in like familiar buildings and stuff, just like a hell version of it. Oh. I'll be right back. I screwed up. Oh, that's the problem I have it on the chain gun. Yeah, at first I didn't like the platforming, and then I got used to it, and then I really liked it. Hey, grumpy old gamer, how are you doing?
Of the world we have created.
Yeah, it's just the learning curve, and then it just feels natural.
Please assemble in an orderly fashion and move towards the nearest harvesting zone.
I need some ammo. I like how everything just glows that you need to pick up. Makes it easier for me to see. Okay. See you later. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. How's your day been today, Grumpy? Hey, Traveling, how are you doing today? Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too. Sorry that happened, but it's good you had fun though. That's the most important part. That's good, things are going well, Traveling. I'm doing well. Just playing some Doom before I gotta walk the dog. Fitting in gaming when I can. Oh, look at you. Just waiting for me. Yes, I understand. That was a big key card. Not even face. I was a little aggressive. Hey, guy. Alright, let's get out of this zone real quick. You're my favorite deputy. I don't know how that applies to this game, but I said it. There you are. Mr. Social himself. Alright, this looks amusing. Why are you guys so obsessed with me? Just punch the crap out of this thing. What do we want? Choices. I think I'm going to go with this one. This seems like the upgrade for me. Got a mechanical cucumber. Work it out, guys. So comical. I takes the eyeball out and it makes that popping noise. Yeah. He wanted it to happen. Cannon fodder. The pawns are basically like pickups in disguise. Always wanted a game where I could fight demons in a mall. Now my wishes come true. Oh shit, I gotta fix it to rocket. Alright, get these little things over here. Don't worry, I won't forget about you. Alright, onward and forward. Look at the scenery real quick. nicely rendered hellscape.
The UAC would like to thank you for your support during this transition. Your suffering continues to inspire us.
Alright, I just drank room temperature coffee, not great. There you are. Oh, I can see myself. Is that the only one? Yep. Better this way. Those things always sneak up on me. Up we go. I need ammunition for this. Shit. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna need some more ammo. Thank you. Just deal with your dumbass. Yay. Alright. Is there anything worth getting here? Sure showing me. It's okay, Kristen. I appreciate that you're here. I hope you're not forcing yourself to watch just to be supportive. Alright, I need some ammo, thank you. Shit, I keep wasting my thing on them. Hold on, I'll read your second. I'll read your text in 1 second. I'm saying everything out of order. You weren't supposed to resurrect like that. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to defeat the Sith, not join them.
Inside that demonic citadel.
All right, let me see what was typed.
On your HUD.
Yes, it's a giant brain spider bot. It's a giant skull. I kind of want to bring it home as a souvenir. It's interesting.
The gathering of Hell Priests is located just above your location. My scans indicate there is a lift at the center of this facility.
You mean take one of your arms and shove it through your eye? I'm not sure how effective that'll be. It's like the choir of those guards from The Wizard of Oz. This is a nice game to play in the winter. It makes you feel nice and warm. Must be pretty intense then.
The Khan Maker is present at this gathering, but when outside of her domain, she is by all accounts indestructible.
Who knew botulism could be so valuable?
How can this be? No man can pass through the gate. It is... This stops nothing. The sacrament of this world to the
Oh my gosh, just a dumb killing machine.
and the energy will be restored once again. As it is written.
Just like Doom Guy or Doom Slayer.
Non-believers. You will not save them from their judgment.
His character arc is rip and tear.
You go too far this time. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's chance to repent, to give service to us. You cannot resist the will of the Khan Maker.
Activating the portal now.
For it was you who was meant to enforce it.
Future technology, Kristen. It'd be cool if they actually made a decent Doom movie. So far, the two that I've seen have been pretty shitty. But I would think it would be like a visually interesting movie, even if the main character never talked and everyone else did. Just don't make it 3
You do not
hours.
have the means to locate the second Hell Priest. Your celestial locator is missing a component. We will need a replacement.
Of course, we'll need something.
I've completed the redesign of your equipment launcher. The flame belch is now ready for your approval.
The flame belch. Sign me up. That sounds like the best thing ever. No, I was just saying like how some movies now are like 3 hour long. It seems to be the standard with a lot of films these days. I said if they made a Doom movie, I don't think it would be very good at 3 hours, but at shorter form, it'd be pretty cool. Just not have the main character talk, and just have it be pure action, and have all the exposition be told through those demon things. I have sat through a 3 hour movie before, like seeing Lord of the Rings and some of those Marvel films. Man, my ass was so numb. Every once in a while you lean on one cheek to get some blood flow back into the other one. This is great. What a great experience. I can't imagine why people would rather stay at home than go to a theater. Although the theater is nice because they usually have a better sound system than most people can afford. But you really have to go to a movie that takes advantage of it. I can't think of a single film I'm looking forward to right now that's coming to theaters. It kind of bums me out because I'm usually really excited about movies. But to be fair, TV shows are getting more like movies and like their quality and everything.
The portal is activated and ready when you are.
Like I'm looking forward to watching the Last of Us show and the Fallout show. So, and they're like, they have like a theatrical like budget and like aesthetic. So I don't know. It's kind of like similar. It's just broken up and it tells a longer story. It doesn't have to be condensed. They can do it in 10 episodes instead of trying to shove it into a 90-minute time frame. Particles. Looks like I entered the world of Skyrim. Let's give these artists some appreciation here and actually look at what they made. So I think this might be the dude in the next game, Doom the Dark Ages, that's coming in, I think, May. It's so cool now that I finished the game, all this stuff makes sense. Hadouken. Alright. And so next time my stomach's gonna drop from trying to platform right here. Hey guys. I shouldn't play with an explosive barrel like that. Seems kind of irresponsible. I want a silver wolf statue. Hey, guy. Man, did I miss you? Oh. There's Belchy McBelcherson over there. Gotta take care of him. Why did I do that? I meant to push the other one. Enjoy that. I see you with your little fireballs, trying to burn my face off. Loving the effort. Loving the enthusiasm. Oh, now you got blades. That's pretty fancy. I got one too. Oh shit. I got blood punch. The manliest punch known to man. What's a fancy trick for parties? Or bar brawls? You choose. Oh, the walls are arcing. Great. That wasn't very nice. Got it, thank you. What should I get? Choices. Yeah, let's do this one first. Savagery unlocked. Alright, that looks a little bit painful. Yes, that one there. Thank you. Couldn't have just did that for me? Well, this used to be a fancy spiral staircase. You and your little pew-pew guns. There he is. Alright, I'm gonna need some ammo from you. Little buddy kinda depleted me of it. Alright. Let me figure out the route. Got it. Route identified. That little Mega Man charge wasn't nice. There you are. You are quick. Let me get up here. Got it. Thank you. Nice. All right. Okay. I think we gotta go this way. There we go. Well, that's terrifying. Good times, good times. What do we unlock here? Nice. This will come in handy. Especially if there's marauders later on. Welcome to the Castle of Pain.
Why are you here? It is not yours to take.
Why do you kind of sound like Megatron? Just does what he wants.
You cannot kill the priests. You know our laws. Despite their transgressions against the Covenant, they are still of Sentinel blood. What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
Like, let's see who built that. And based on his, like, raised eyebrow and angry look, that's the information that I got. Well, this looks terrifying. Right. Alright, we're still in one piece. Apparently the floor is electric. You and your little Hulk smash, I swear. Thank goodness, I need more ammo. Not you again. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna get that health back. It's whatever. Alright, where to next? Here.
This Sentinel battery can be used to provide additional power to your ship. Several modules remain unused. Finding more batteries will enable you to utilize the full functions of your command station.
Nice. Love the plasma cannon or whatever it's called. I just said, but I canceled it out. Got it, thank you. Hey, Matthias, what's up? How you doing? enough of your sass. Hold on, let me read chat. Yeah, for sure. Some people you just got a hunch. Oh, it's the big one. And I wasn't prepared for it. Oh, I think I caught part of that when you originally wrote it. That's funny. If I got a different kitchen, I might be into making food content. That would be fun. Forgot I had that plasma cannon. I should have used it on the big dude. Not gonna cry over spilt milk now. No, I don't want the question mark. The question marks scare me right now. Hey, Faye. You trying to tell me in a subtle way it's close to go for a walk? Yeah, I bet they would both be pretty awesome at those things. They used to have, it wasn't like an official arcade, but they had this cool cafe thing where you'd like pay money. I think for a console it was like a flat price where you just pay a certain amount of money and they'd have like every modern console and games and you could play there all day. Or they had gaming PCs and I think those are by the hour. And they also played like I think Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering there. But unfortunately it closed during the pandemic. But it was like a cool idea for a place. I know some of those types of places are common in other areas, but it was like the first place like that here, and I thought that was really cool. Wish I'd make more places like that that are kind of like a console and PC arcade. They don't have a traditional one. Yeah, I think they called it the Forge. It's like $10 to play video games all day with other gamers. Especially if you don't know like a lot of people. Seems like a good place to like meet like-minded people. I don't think I could get up there. I think I gotta raise the hand. Or make it fire. Yep, that's what I gotta do. Or not. I just gotta punch a hole. Maybe. Maybe not. Pretty sure I have the battery to this thing though. Did I not grab it? I hope I don't have to restart this because it didn't register. If I actually had people to work with me, I would love to be like a writer and a filmmaker or a game designer. More of an idea person. I don't want to act or anything like that, but I would love to see some of my stories and stuff like that come to fruition. Like being someone who draws, like it's so frustrating because like if you capture like a whole story in your head, like whatever you draw, it's just like almost like one panel of like film, one frame. It takes hours to do. What did that do though? Anything good? Those things always sneak up on me and I usually get hit. Yeah, that's why I said a designer. I don't want to develop. I'm not a code person. I just want to be the dude on the commentary that talks about his vision and what he wanted. Let's upgrade this with something that's actually worth a damn. Cool.
There is a sentinel
I
power
love how
core
this
nearby.
weapon glows.
You can use it to activate the mech and clear a path
You don't
forward.
say. Without the R3, got it. It's a futuristic lantern / battery. I'm sure on PC it's great where you can just push numbers. Although the wheel's pretty effective. This game has a 120 FPS mode, but I don't think I would like it. I'm not used to playing games at those higher frame rates. I should at least try it out though. Yeah, my favorite writing class in high school was creative writing. And I didn't believe in myself, and then my teacher encouraged me to like submit my artwork and my writings, and I got everything except one thing published just because it wouldn't translate well in the book because my drawing, it was too detailed, and the copy machine I guess they were using or whatever, like it wouldn't translate. It would just look like super dark. It wouldn't look like my actual drawing, so that one didn't get submitted. But they told me not to make it overly detailed. It was my fault. Yeah, when somebody gives me a deadline, it for some reason, instead of making me want to rush, it makes me procrastinate. Kind of weird how that works. I really enjoy creative writing because after a while it became natural. And it's just like a muscle, I think. Even if I went back to writing, I started drawing a little bit more recently, and I was surprised how easy it was to get back into it. I'm sure writing would be similar. It's just doing it and not talking about it. That's my biggest problem. Yeah. Do you do like outlines or anything before you start, or you just kind of like go? Depending on the story, both can work well. Why would I want to use that? Yeah, I usually write without an outline. Outlines are good for like things if you want like a mystery or a twist or something that builds up to something, and then you can kind of see the sequence of events and lay them out earlier in the story. So they're kind of good for stuff like that, in my opinion anyway. Yeah. Some stories are like that. What magical thing we have to do with the door now and go down here? Or don't want to go? Okay, that made a horror sound, so hopefully I activated something. Now where do I go? Here? Alright. I mean, good thing I'm not wearing freaking polyester. I'd be freaking in flames. To be fair, I don't think I own anything in polyester. I don't think we can jump that high. Yeah, sometimes it's good to start smaller too. And not every story needs to be an epic. It's just like not every movie needs to be 4 hours long as it tells what it needs to. That's cool. A lot of projects are like that, where like sometimes people will start writing something and that character or that event doesn't work for that particular story, but it might be a better fit for a different one. So you kind of keep the stuff in your back pocket for later. Yeah. That's probably a good way to think about it. Those are well-beloved things. Alright. Doom guy just likes to fall down. Something cool went down here at some point. Alright, I hear one of those little spider things. Hold up, let me read everything, and then I need to use the restroom really quick. Yeah, I think a lot of people have read The Hobbit, but not the Lord of the Rings books, because The Hobbit is much more accessible. Oh, you don't have to apologize. I'm glad your blood pressure is back to normal. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm not trying to dance and play the game at the same time. Okay, I'm back. Alright, I didn't miss anything. Alright. There's Friendly son. Yeah, those revenants are no joke when they gang up on you. I love how this game almost feels like a delicate dance you have to do. The game always wants you to keep moving around. Every other first-person game wants you to hide behind cover. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it through this one. Hold on, let me see what you wrote. Yeah. It's really long when they get to the point where they start doing when they start forming the fellowship and everything. That's when the book just comes to a standstill. But other than that, like, the book's kind of cool because it has stuff that wasn't in the movies or in the extended version. So there's some cool stuff if you like that universe. Why did I do something that stupid again? Alright. I need one of you guys to give me ammo. Also, I need my shotgun. I feel naked without it. Oh, The Secret Garden. My sister used to love that movie. I used to watch it a lot. That and The Little Princess. I'm not as familiar with the Prince one, unless you read it in school and I don't remember. But I definitely remember Secret Garden and Little Princess. Yeah. I believe we read the book in school around the time the movie came out. The floor is lava, literally. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost 5 o'clock here. Hadouken. Got it, thank you. This is gonna be fun. Kinda held my breath when I did that. Alright. There's my buddy. Now I shall steal all the health you took away from me. Kristen, you know you were waiting for that moment. Let me see what you wrote, Matt. PlayStation cut it off. Yeah, that is a really good quote. Yeah, that's a good quote to remember. unfortunately, it's true for most people. Most people look with their eyes all the time and nothing else. Well, he had a good time. Huh. His intestines are still intact. Hopefully it'll get better. Oh, I can't jump out of this goo. This might be it. It was. Forgot you can't jump on the goo. It's like those traps you put down for bugs or rodents. Look at you. Oops. Just keep going so we can be mobile. Kristen just emojied Valentine's Day candies in similar colors. Oh, that's awesome. That way you can honor them in some way. Oh. Well, that's good too. Why do you want to do this? No, let me get close. Yes. Oh yeah, I know the name Wookiee. I just didn't know who you were referring to at first. With all this metal, I'm like talking, I can barely hear myself. Hopefully everything's coming out alright. Have those over-the-ear headphones. I try not to blast my neighbors out with my games. It really gets you stoked to play the game. I'm trying to think if any Doom game had a subpar soundtrack. They all been pretty good. Doom 3, the opening was good, but there wasn't much music after that. I want to keep my plasma rifle for something that's actually dangerous. That thing's like a lifesaver sometimes. I'm trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Alright. So they want me to do all these stunts here, I see. No, aggressively punch that. Yeah, I love the music in those games. I wish I could stream those games. Unfortunately, they don't have like an option where you can take out the nudity, and it happens so abruptly in those flashbacks. It's like hard to avoid. I especially love the first one, but I like all of them. The only one I didn't get too into, because I really didn't have someone else to play it with, because the AI was kind of dumb, was the one where you played as BJ Blackowitz's daughters at, I think it was like the New Colossus or something. I don't know. It was the one that took place in the alternate 1980s. And then they should be making a third one, but who knows when they'll get to it now that Machine Games is working on Indiana Jones. Which I'm really excited to play because I'm basing it off of how much I like the Wolfenstein games. And when they were Starbreeze Studios, they made the Chronicles of Riddick game, Escape from Butcher Bay, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, I think music in the gaming industry is a lot more respected now. Especially now that, like, who you would consider adults grew up with games. That would be awesome. I can't wait till Doom the Dark Ages comes out. I wonder what that music's gonna sound like. It's an interesting concept, because based on the lore and everything, I think it actually takes place probably right after Doom 2. Yeah, Death Stranding really had good music. I love when you're just like walking and suddenly it just kicks in. Also really like the music in Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero. Was it Ground Zero? No, the Phantom Pain. Technically, they should be just one game, but they split them up because the development cycle is so long. The game still wasn't finished. Good thing Doom Guy doesn't get fall damage. Alright, let's get this done. That's funny. I just liked how the soundtrack was almost like similar to the soundtrack to Vice City, because I believe the game takes place in was it 84? So they got like a lot of those catchy 80s pop tunes in the game, and I kind of like how you're listening to it on like a retro Walkman, and it's accurately modeled after the Sony Walkmans of that time. I used to know the Metal Gear Solid timeline fairly well. Now it's all kind of vague. So... that wasn't stressful at all. Alright, one of these tentacles are gonna pop up. I know it. It's what they do. It's all they know. Choices. One way to get the crystal. This is where Gatorade comes from. Oh, you guys. But before I get involved in this platforming gauntlet, I have to stop and take the dog out. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll probably be back on later, maybe in an hour or so, hour and a half. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks again.